Hey guys, Dude here. So I finally got around to making a tutorial. I don't know why it took me so long, but here I am. And I figured what better to make for my first tutorial than the origami claw. For those of you who knew my original channel years ago, before Google even bought YouTube, that was my first tutorial on that channel as well. So I figured it'd be nice to have that be my first video on this channel too. Alright, so for this fold, all you're going to need is a basic piece of printer paper. Any color will do, mostly any thickness works. The only thing that matters really is how thick your fingers are, because that actually will directly relate to how uncomfortable the claw is. So first step first, take the top right hand corner and fold it down to the bottom left hand side, like so. Making sure to keep your folds neat and crisp. That squeak is a good sound. Alright. Now for the next step, you're going to want to take the top left-hand corner and fold that down to the bottom left-hand corner. Now you'll notice you have a house shape of some sorts left. You're going to want to take the right hand side of the house and fold it over so the right side of the roof of the house lines up with the left side of the roof of the house. Alright. Now you'll notice that there is a section here missing that kind of resembles a triangle, or in fact is a triangle. The next step is going to be to fold this in half, and the side with the missing triangle will be the thinner side. So, next step, fold it in half along this crease or line right here. Now if you open up, you'll see this is the side with the missing triangle. That is the thinner side. You're going to want that side to be on the left. Now this tip right here, the tip of this triangle we've just made, that is going to be the tip of the claw. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take the right hand side, or the thicker side, and you're going to fold that to the middle, so this edge here lines up with the middle of the triangle you just created. This will create a standard size claw. If you have larger fingers, because this little pocket here is where your finger will actually end up going, you can fold this slightly farther over. That will make it less neat looking in the end, which is what you would have to give it for comfort. Or if you have smaller fingers, you can fold it slightly to the right. Again, it will come out slightly less neat looking. So I'm just going to go for standard size right now. So now that you've made the base of the claw, the pocket where your finger will go in, you're going to take the little flap that's left over, the thinner part, and you're going to turn it sideways and fold that whole thinner part up over the base of the claw that you've just created. Now as you can see, if I flip my model over, it does not line up perfectly with this. That is okay. All that simply means is that if we backtrack to the step where we folded it over to make the base section of the claw, it was not lined up with the middle, and in my case it's actually slightly more. So we will simply fold it less. Or if you wish, you can always fold the triangle in half to line it up perfectly, but after some time you find that that becomes unnecessary. So now we're going to fold this up again, and you can see that now it lines up. Any weirdness that's going on over here, that's okay. You don't need to worry about it. That will be hidden later. So the next step, after you've folded this up, flip the model over, fold it down across this line right here. Like this. You will have this little flap here left over. You'll also notice that if you stick your finger in here, it's kind of like a pocket. You want to take this flap and kind of mush it inside of that pocket so that it lies flat inside of there. I don't know if you can see that. You can see how it lies flat inside there. And you're just going to want to flatten that out. And there's your finished claw. Now you can take a pencil of some sort or something, or just use your finger if you have smaller fingers. Open up this little flap here, being mindful not to draw on it with the graphite. Sometimes you can use the eraser, but that tends to be too thick. Open up the inside, and you can stick one of your fingers into the claw, and now you have a claw. Make 5 of them. You have a whole hand of claws. If you make 10, 2 hands. You can also stick claws inside of each other, tip to finger insertion location. You can stick them inside this section. Make all kinds of weird little creations. Quick tip, if you have 10 and you stick all of them on your fingers, I would not recommend doing this, because what will happen is this part of each claw on both sides will get hooked on to I believe it is also this part of each claw on the other hand, and you'll get stuck like that. Now this is not a permanently binding fixture you've created. You can tear it apart if you will, but if you want to keep your claws looking pristine and perfect to awe and show off to your friends, I would recommend not doing that. So this has been Slappy Doodle, and thanks for watching my first origami tutorial.